What a beautiful day it's been so far this Monday, September 8th. Temperatures right now, well, they're still in the 60s, just barely in the 70s for those in very, very northern parts of our viewing area. 70 degrees there in Middletown, where we have just gotten a little bit of extra heat, I guess. But generally speaking, there's not much in the way of weather this Monday. After a chilly start, we've warmed up decently near 70, and we've done so with a good amount of sunshine being seen on all of our cameras around town. I'm going to take you out to Newport, looking towards Cincinnati. Of course, a beautiful view as is, but you add in a lot of blue sky, the lack of wind. The Ohio River has been very glassy today. Right now in Cincinnati, 68 degrees. So this east-northeast wind has been keeping the temperature from warming up into the 70s for most of us, at least for now. But with very dry air in place, we're of course going to be snapping back into the 70s here this afternoon. So other temperatures across the area right now, we have an asleep sensor in Batesville, but I'm assuming it's mostly sunny out that direction with temperatures very similar to what we're seeing across the tri-state, which is nice and comfortable in the middle to upper 60s here in Cincy, Hamilton, Wilmington at 67, Falmouth and Covington 68 degrees. We do want to give you the first alert that while today feels a little bit more like October, we do return to something more September-like by the end of the week, and that includes highs in the mid to low 80s. But we don't see it today. Out the door over the next few hours. Comfortable, a little bit of a breeze there from the east-northeast direction, and a lot of sun in between, mid-70s with very dry air in place. In fact, here on our satellite and radar image, we're seeing our first clouds of the day out towards Adams County. Some fair weather clouds here in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's not rain, folks. That's just some lower level debris getting picked up there on our radar image, or just could be birds. It could be anything that's flying around in the sky. It's not rain though, because very high pressure in place, this dome of high pressure, if you will. It's clearing out the skies, it's getting rid of the humidity, and it's pulling in the northeasterly wind as well. But as we see this center of high pressure skate a little bit farther out to the east, we're going to see a southeasterly wind kick on in. And so that's the reason why we're able to warm up there into your work week ahead in weather. We're not going to do it dramatically. It's a steady warm up. You'll see it here and feel it in the morning there for Tuesday, with temperatures waking up in the 40s once again. We can't rule out the 30s. I know, look at that. Connorsville could be waking up near 39 degrees. Here in Cincinnati, I think we're going to stay in the 40s. I don't think we're too concerned about the 30s quite yet, because we are on the upward trend with the high temperatures starting tomorrow. It's not a big jump, don't worry. The summer-like heat that we're tracking in the week ahead in weather is not going to be sweltering. For any of your weekend plans, it's going to be comfortable. Tomorrow is just the next step in that warm-up. 79, mostly sunny skies, not a drop of rain in sight here in the tri-state after a morning in the upper 40s to low 50s. And then we're going to settle down into the evening once again with temperatures in the 70s. So your 10-day forecast. I want to show you the bigger picture here, because while we are tracking wall-to-wall sunshine for most of the days ahead, we are tracking a different array of temperatures because we have such dry air in place, and we will see dry air in place for the next 10 days outside of a little bit of showers there on Sunday. You're going to notice very stark differences in the morning lows versus the afternoon highs. So it's going to be jackets in the morning, and then it's going to be hot in the afternoon, or at least warm in the afternoon, with highs in the mid to low 80s starting Wednesday and lasting through the rest of this 10-day forecast. And while it kind of looks like a roller coaster, it's we go from the middle to low 80s. It's not a huge drop, or not a huge increase in the temperatures. And here is why we're able to see differences like that, or feel differences. It's because the dry air in place is easy to warm up. It's easy to cool down. And so those mornings are going to be cool, but the afternoons are going to be warm because there's not a lot of moisture in the air. So this is great for the afternoons, especially for your weekend ahead, because it will technically read more like an August afternoon on Saturday. It just won't be humid outside. So perhaps just take some breaks in the shade and you're good. And up until Saturday, starting today, and really it started this last weekend as well. We do have a decent amount of dry air in place with comfortable dew points in the 50s. But again, we're able to warm up pretty decently in the afternoon. So here's that warm up that we're tracking here in your 14-day outlook. We're not the only ones with temperatures that are going to be a little bit above normal. In fact, those up towards northern Minnesota and North Dakota are seeing significantly warmer temperatures above normal, with high pressure kind of steering things back into place in the 14-day outlook. You pair that heat, or at least relatively warm heat, you guys know what I'm saying, right? You pair that with dry air, and we're going to be able to tap into the mid-80s. So once again, just expect dry air in place. It'll stay that way. We do have a little bit of rain in this 10-day forecast. It's not anything that's going to wash out your Sunday, and I know it's the Bengals home opener. We're going to be watching this as we are the flagship station for the Bengals here. It's a 50% chance that you'll see some showers there. I'm seeing it mainly towards the afternoon into the evening ahead of what could be a cold front on Monday. So both Sunday and Monday are kind of those days in which to expect some rain. I'm not seeing any substantial amounts of rain, but because of the heat that we pair it with, we could see some thunderstorms as well. But up until Sunday, it's going to be dry and it's going to be warm, and we're going to see a lot of sun. But I know Sunday, a half year weekend, the Bengals home opener, we're going to be watching it very closely for you guys. Whereas today, we're watching out for sun, and a lot of it. 75 degrees, your forecast high today. Sunset will be just before 8 o'clock tonight. 49 degrees with mostly clear skies. We're able to tap into yet again, another chilly start to the day for the bus stop, heading out early tomorrow morning for work. Tuesday itself, though, in the afternoon, we warm up pretty decently, back near 80 degrees with a lot of sun and a south wind. Now, here's that first alert extended forecast. Again, a lot of sun, perhaps too much sun, from now through the early weekend, with temperatures from the middle 70s Monday, upper 70s Tuesday after a morning in the 40s. It's going to be a chilly start to a pretty warm day. I'd say by Wednesday morning we can get rid of the jackets. At least some of us can get rid of the jackets in the morning because we return back to morning low of 55 for Wednesday. The afternoon, low 80s, mostly sunny skies, mild sunshine for Thursday, just a bit warmer, 83 degrees. And football Friday, the first alert on that, it looks great, 82 degrees, your forecast high, which means the evening is going to be even more pleasant in the 70s. Yeah, not too bad at all. Clouds are going to increase late Saturday, so again, most of the day, if not the entire day on Saturday, is going to be dry, just warm, 85, ahead of our next best chance for some showers and thunderstorms, which is going to be on Sunday. The Bengals game is at 1. The showers and storms more than likely going to be popping off in the late afternoon. So we, of course, have many days to get through before Sunday, but we just want to put this on your radar that we can't rule out the chance for rain there for the Bengals game or for any of your Sunday afternoon plans, because we're seeing a little bit of an increase there in the dew points with the humidity. And with that just comes the chance for some showers and thunderstorms, which, yes, storms are possible with highs in the low 80s that afternoon. It'll stick around there on Monday before we start to dry out a little bit into the middle part of next work week. So very little in the way of rain, but of course, the one chance that we have for rain here in the 10-day forecast is the one day that thousands of people are going to be flocking downtown for the home opener here at Paycor Stadium. So no questions here in our comments section, which to be expected with a somewhat boring forecast ahead. Of course, we're going to be keeping a very close eye on how late next weekend is going to be affected by how the next few days play out, which again, warming up, but not dramatically. The humidity not going to play a factor in making these already warm temperatures feel any more uncomfortable. So your afternoon and evening plans, maybe just have a little bit of extra water, but I'd say things are pretty pleasant, at least for the afternoons into the evenings, with temperatures in the mid to low 80s and dropping into the 70s by the evening hours. But all right, so I'm not seeing any questions still in our comments section here on our Facebook, 19 at noon. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I'm live in Queensgate. I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Thank you so much for tuning in this Monday afternoon. We'll have the latest information coming in on Fox 90 now at 3.